vision hunt decree. Did something bad happen again?
Have you heard about the vision hunt decree?
Paimon coming in! Paimon coming in! Is this level okay? Can you hear Paimon?
How about now? Can you... Okay, so for some reason, OBS decided to say that my microphone wasn't plugged in and that nothing was selected. Hello, Scuff, my old friend. Gotta love it, chat. Gotta love it. So to reiterate what I was saying, last night I did the Ascension domain. So we are now AR 42, so that was quite the leap from 35. We will stop our AR again at 45 because this will allow us to farm 5-star artifacts so we can outfit our characters a little bit more proper. We can also start focusing on a second team. Now, as we've heard me rant about this before, OBS wrecking streams since it was invented. It's kind of true. So, as I was ranting about before, yesterday, I don't really have very many units to choose from, and not very many that would kind of be cohesive. Because upon looking at this, whether I get Kazuha or not, right? Because Lynette kind of takes that place with Kazuha, and vice versa. Right now in the Spiral Abyss, I was trying to do a 3-3, which wasn't great. I still cleared it. I still 9-starred it. And this was like floor 5. I don't think I can continue doing that going forward. So the one side was Lynette, Zhengling, and Diona. And then I had Xingqiu, Kaya, and the Traveler. And it was specifically Electro Traveler. On the other side, Xingqiu and Kaya are kind of self-healing or have a healing capability, which is why Diona was on the other side. In this instance, I know I could have Eula probably on the side with Diona, so that's okay. But then what else do I really do, right? And it's like, well, next month you'll have Bennett. True, I will have Bennett. But then we run into the same problem that it's literally practically the same elemental team compositions. And whereas that's not necessarily a bad thing, it's not necessarily fun either. Or it's not going to get me through the floors of the Abyss. Because, yeah. Hi, Brian. So, what I've noticed, like with the later floors and this Abyss specifically, on my main, and my husband's gone through this as well, because I'll try the floors first, see how well I do with all my skill issues and stuff like that. And he'll go in, set up teams, and try it out. My main characters that I use are not really capable of actually 3-starring the Abyss, or 36-starring the Abyss. Because of the characters I invested. Nuvolette, fine. He can carry everything. Like, he can carry one side of that floor. But when you go to that second side, it's my characters that I chose to level, specifically Sino, don't necessarily work well for the Abyss. So that's why you do need to branch out and stuff like that. And that's kind of what I'm seeing here. It's not going to necessarily work well because I am so limited because RNG Abyss decided to not bless me, so to speak. So I don't really know what to do in terms of characters at this point. I know Eula will probably be one of the ones to go up since she can be built physical. We will have Bennett, and then we got to figure out Electro. If I have to level Lisa, I will, because as it stands, Electro Traveler's not bad, but I think in terms of, like, say, when we have to fight the Oceanid for Xingqiu, Lisa's gonna have to get leveled. So she's not gonna get one-shotted. I kind of want to level Yanfei too. Again, if I get C4, I can actually use her as a shield or healer. And so she would take a little bit of a place of Diona at that point. Whoops, don't click on that. So yeah, that's where the characters stand right now. I did level talents as well before going up. So like specifically Lynette, she is at 5-5. I just ran out of books. You would advise Candace? I know she can... This is for the Eula team we were talking about, right? So that she could freeze and shatter? I mean, that's a strong possibility, honestly. But also us doing what I just did, in terms of like, okay, they're all up in level and stuff like that. We'll slowly start gathering materials and stuff like that. It's going to be a slow and steady pace. I know this. but I think that it will build up our resources kind of nicely too. And as you can see here, I was at like 1.4 mil or something like that after doing everything with Inazuma and the little bit of questing I did before doing the Ascension domain. I I did their talents specifically. Again, it was Lynette's, and I leveled up some artifacts so that their artifacts now are either 16 or 12, depending if it's a tier 3, except for the Traveler, because I got to figure out what I'm doing with him. I think he's going to remain Dendro, but again, he is a Flexor. So I got to make sure that he has stuff that's either going to work for both sides, or if I am going to get separate sets. Yes, but also Candace with Cookie and Bennett. Wouldn't it be bad? Wouldn't it be bad? Yeah, as long as I get Cookie. I mean, I would love to get Cookie Shinobu. If I do that, then Lynette loses her sword. Yeah, I feel bad for Kaya. Kaya kind of fell off a little bit just because he's stuck with some tier 3 stuff. Because every piece of Berserker thing I have is defense. So I'm sorry, Kaya. Oh, Zhangling. Oh. Yeah, that would be a Melt Vape, right? So, yeah, that could actually work. And then it would be a Superconduct, technically what I'm going for with Kaya. That could work. Okay, I will put that on the burner, on the back burner. Like I said, we're going to level these 4 first. And honestly, she has the only one with 2 tier 5s. I actually took her off Instructor, and she still has the 2-piece Elemental Mastery, because I put her on Wanderer's Troop. My poor Goblet's still a tier 3, because no element wants to go on a tier 4 or higher. Well, I can't do higher. Shh, you don't know that. So yeah, but Zhangling's gonna go first because my team definitely can handle pyro enemies, probably still fairly quickly. So Zhangling will go up first, and then we'll deal with the Cryo Regispine for Kaya, then the Oceanid, probably, and then the Cryo Regispine again for Diona. And then again, just for people who don't know, the reason why that is because she literally shares the same items except for this with Kaya. Eula, Kaya, Electro Traveler, Superconduct, Smart 2. Okay, yeah, at that point, Kaya would just become a sub DPS, which is totally fine. I mean, his burst comes back so freaking quick. So for today, we are going to probably do a little maintenance and stuff like that, just to spread some stuff out, but it is filler episode time. And we are gonna meet our beloved little Spark Knight that we were unable to get. Who is Monza's strongest fighter? Wait until night. I was just gonna take off running. Oh, it's Cloud Retainer's birthday. Happy birthday, Cloud Retainer. What are you? Attack food. And it's the tea leaves. Of course it's the tea leaves. Alright, wait until nighttime. It is now nighttime. Or close enough to it. Where are my stars going? They're there.
What's the hurry? Shame I only get to listen in from the other side of the window and don't get to join in the debate. I'd love to give my 2 cents.
Say what? What's up? What's up? Paimon wants in.
Recently, all the customers at the tavern have been debating the exact same topic. Who is the strongest fighter in Mondstadt?
The strongest fighter? Must be someone who can floor a whole gang of hilly churls with just one punch.
I do that for fun.
Then Paimon nominates you. But anyway, is there like a general agreement in the city on who it is, or?
Expecting people to come to a swift and straightforward consensus in the City of Freedom is like expecting fisherman's toast to drop out of the sky. Everyone's got their own opinion, backed up by a unique set of cherry-picked information. But let's be honest, that's what makes the discussion so impassioned and entertaining. Mainstream opinion is polarized, with most people supporting one of 2 candidates. One is the Dandelion Knight, the other is the Dark Knight Hero.
Anyone vote for me?
Ooh, Paimon votes for you.
Man, it's like night and day after doing Inazuma, because Inazuma is around the time Paimon actually starts shifting on how the lines are read. And she's very, very subdued here.
But let's go into the tavern and talk to the patrons. Maybe we'll pick up some juicy gossip.
Oh, I do envy your life of leisure. But don't mind me, of course. I guess I'll just get back to work.
What were you doing? You were just standing here. Not gonna get me twice, sign.
What'll it be today?
Who's the strongest fighter in Mondstadt?
The strongest fighter? I don't pay much attention to that sort of thing.
Huh. Paimon thought bartenders had some kind of special information sources.
Just like they have an exclusive supplier of wine.
Exactly. That's what Paimon was getting at.
I have no involvement in any intelligence gathering operation. But if you made me pick someone, it would be the Dark Knight Hero. I've heard some stories about him. Apparently, he once rescued a city dweller from the Abyss Order.
There it is! The barman's top secret intelligence!
I read that as Batman. The Batman's top secret intelligence.
Speaking of the Abyss Order, their minions are really stirring up trouble all over the place, aren't they?
Hi! Are you here to try Mondstadt's famous wine too?
Sir, I think you've had enough. And I think you're drinking beer. Who's the strongest fighter in Mondstadt?
The strongest fighter of them all? That would be Jean, obviously.
Oh, you poor drunkard.
Why? Grandmaster Jean is so strong. She can take out a ruin guard with just a few slashes of her sword.
I can say that's not true, sir.
And she could wipe out the 3 hilly churl tribes at Dada Upa Gorge all by herself. Otherwise, we wouldn't have such a carefree existence with nothing to do.
It's true that Jean makes people feel they're in safe hands. Meanwhile, this guy is drunk as a skunk.
Have you ever seen a drunk skunk, Paimon? I haven't.
Hey, I'm doing some adventurers training. Alcohol tolerance training, to be precise. Want to join me?
No, thank you. Who's the strongest fighter in Mondstadt?
You want to know who I think the toughest fighter is?
Wow, you're talented to chug and talk at the same time.
In my opinion, that would be the finest adventurer of them all, Stanley. Guildmaster Cyrus is up there with the toughest, too. But only Stanley can take on the bloodthirsty beasts of the Mare Javari.
Bloodthirsty beasts of the Marjavari? Sounds terrifying.
Pepe Le Pew gets pretty handsy when he's drunk. That's true. That's very, very true. That poor cat.
Do you think you'd be scared if you were faced with one of those?
I beat it to a pulp.
Yeah! Bam! Wham! Pow!
Even if you are a close friend.
Hey, amigo. Do you want to hear my latest composition? I put my whole heart into it, and also my soul. How about it, amigo?
Who's the strongest fighter in Mondstadt?
Huh? The most macho in Mondstadt. She's a little girlie who wears red.
A girl dressed in red.
That's right. I found this out one day about half a month ago when I went up to the Storm Bear Mountains looking for inspiration for my new song. Guess what happened?
What happened?
I witnessed the most powerful destructive force I have ever seen in my life. I'm telling you, it completely changed the whole landscape in that part of the mountains.
Holy moly!
I was hiding behind a bush and I saw this little girlie in red clothing running into the distance, leaving a trail of destruction in her wake. But I don't know if anyone will believe me.
Now that you mention it, the idea of a tiny little girl wielding that much destructive power is a little far-fetched.
You want to know what I think? I think she has a treasure nobody else knows about. Maybe even the most powerful treasure in all of Mondstadt.
Did you say treasure? Did Paimon imagine that, or did you hear it too?
It's just a guess. I mean, no. It's a bard's razor-sharp intuition.
I'll take your word for it. For now.
Thank you, amigo. I am so happy to meet a true amigo. Who would have thought?
So, this girl, what's her name?
I do not know her name. I do not see her often in Mondstadt. Hey, I'm telling the truth. You gotta believe me.
Doesn't sound like much to go on, but thanks for your intel.
What would you like?
Patton was right about one thing.
Everyone has an opinion.
If everyone's got their own opinion and can't be persuaded, how are we ever gonna find out who Mondstadt's strongest fighter is? Eureka! Paimon's got it!
That was fast.
Let's go see what Jean says. Bet the Knights have got an official ranking table for this kind of thing.
Oh, do you think I'll be on there?
Guess it depends if they counted all your shenanigans or not. Don't worry, though. Paimon has full confidence in your abilities.
Shenanigans, she says. She means adventures. Not gonna fool me, Bard. Spider Kaya does whatever a Kaya can. Knights of Favoni.
That doesn't sound...
Hi, Jean.
Oh, Master Jean! Sorry to bother you. We're collecting intel on the strongest fighter in Mondstadt. Do you have, one of those official Knights of Favonius verified ranking table thingies?
Strongest fighter in Mondstadt? Huh. I am sorry, but I cannot help. I do not have any relevant documentation on that topic.
Oh, well that sucks. Paimon was hoping he would at least make the top 5.
Well, although I do not have the data to make such an assessment, I will say that my faith in our honorary knight's abilities has never wavered. Which reminds me, recently one of the Abyss Order's mages has been active near the city, although he is keeping a low profile. If you are staying around Mondstadt, please be on the lookout for danger. Given your, well, high-ranking fighting strength, I trust you will be able to help keep the area safe.
Awesome! After he beats the Abyss Order, he'll climb up that ranking table faster than he climbs up all those cliffs.
Paimon, there is no ranking table.
Well, either way, smashing the Abyss Order to bits is the right thing to do.
I like your enthusiasm. It is infectious.
Murder.
But be careful out there.
Are you all right?
There she is.
I'm fine. I'm not hurt. Sorry for bumping into you.
You dropped something.
Hey, look!
Explosions inside city wall, grounded by thy woe. Explosions can hurt people. G can be dreadful. Mondstadt be bombed. Klee be doomed.
There's some writing on here. Explosion inside city wall, grounded be thy woe. Explosions can hurt people. Jean can be dreadful. Mondstadt be bombed. Klee be doomed? Yikes! Mr. Kaya wrote these down for me. They're, survival rules.
Kaya?
Survival rules? Yeah. Rules that I must absolutely never break under any circumstances. Otherwise, something terrible would happen.
Kaya writes like this?
Yep. I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Klee.
Hello, Klee.
I've heard all about you guys. You're the honorary knight who helps Mondstadt. Wow! More recognition, yay! Paimon is so happy right now. I heard it from Amber. But wait, no. There's no time for this right now. I'm dealing with a big emergency. I grabbed my map and ran as fast as I could all the way here.
What's wrong?
The treasure I buried in the Whispering Woods. It's gone. Did you say buried treasure?
I think she needs our help.
Exactly what Paimon was thinking. Lost treasure is a big deal. Let us help you find it. Yay! Thanks, you guys. Here's where the map says the treasure should be. I put a circle around it. I also put a wooden sign in the ground at the place where I buried it to make it easier to find. Paimon is starting to understand how this treasure went missing so easily. Come on, Mr. Honorary Knight, let's go!
We will take those heroes' wits. I'm gonna do this before we set foot outside. I want to see if I can call back my people yet.
Add Astra.
I can. We get ore today. And I can set one more person out. Sweet. Oh, there we go. We'll just send him out into leeway. Have fun, Barbara. Oh, well, jangling. Apparently I went down one more. That's alright. Alright, where are you sending us, Klee?
Your treasure's gone, but you seem oddly happy. Well, Razor and Albedo seem really busy recently. So Klee must not disturb them. But now Klee has new friends.
Aww.
I never thought I'd have a new big brother to help me. I'm so happy.
She is such a sweetheart. There we go.
We're here. This is the place. Look, this is where my huge treasure was buried. And where there's now a huge empty hole in the ground.
Wait. Who's that over there?
It's an abyss mage. Hey, maybe he's the one Jean was warning us about. What's that in his hand? My treasure. What?
I see the little girl has brought her friends with her. Time for a change of plan.
Hey, you! If you think you're so tough, get back here and fight.
After him.
What's an abyss mage? I play in the forest all the time, but I've never seen one before. He looks so cute, soft, and fluffy. I want to pet it. Game's up! Now hand it over!
Oh, you fools think I would give this up so easily after what I've been through to acquire it?
Dodge this!
Body and mind. Let me weave you a verse.
Shaken and stirred! Careful, Klee. Don't be drawn in by it. Abyss mages are the bad guys. Oh, that's right. Grandmaster Jean says that stealing is wrong. Freeze!
That girl's lucky she didn't come alone. Otherwise,
This one will be frozen.
Body rain outlines your face.
Let him go over.
Scratch! But if we could just get him to give it back. Where'd he go? The Abyss Mage. He just disappeared. What's
You
going
need to break
on?
first. One second. Is there another one? Was I bamboozled? Ow. Really? You're not breakable. Are you? No, it just makes the sound. Nice. Neat.
Nice and spicy. A gateway to a domain. The Abyss Mage must have snuck inside.
Then he has no way out.
Klee, do you need a rest? Why don't you wait here while we get your treasure back for you? No, I'm coming with you. It's my treasure that Mr. Fluffball stole, and it's up to me to get it back.
I admire your courage.
Don't worry, Klee is a big girl. Come on, Mr. Honorary Knight, let's go.
69. Nice. Yay! Alright, Clay, what did they actually give you in here? The Lost Prayer! Alright. And Noble Ass, we should have figured that out. Okay. And C3. Okay. Man! For 10 seconds. Alright, let's go, Clee. Oh, that was satisfying. Okay, that's how that works. Oh, now I really saw that thing get quick.
La la la.
Freeze!
Blazing delight! Boing, boing, boom! That really hurt! Jumpy dumpty go!
I don't think that hurt quite as much as your bombs there, Clay.
La la la. Boing, boing, boom! Boom!
Oh, this is satisfying. Honestly, a bomb hitting the crates, I'm actually surprised doesn't like kill it instantly.
Jumpy dumpty go!
Oh, jeez.
No, my sword! Boing, boing, boom! Sparks and flash!
You go, Clee. There's no box in here, right? Treasure? No treasure.
La la la.
Let's let the boys take care of this.
Jumpy dumpty go! Load 'em all up!
Down he goes.
You followed me. I must say, I'm impressed. But this is as far as you will get.
Oh yeah? What are you gonna do?
He does have a bomb Paimon.
Oh, the human proclivity to gossip has provided us with everything we need. We learned that your little red friend had in her possession the most powerful treasure in all of Mondstadt. That treasure is now in my hands. There is nothing you can do. Now your precious treasure shall be your undoing.
No, wait! Don't touch it!
Oh, how you fret now your predicament is finally clear to you.
Survival rules. Explosions can hurt people. Jean can be dreadful. This is it. This time, I'm done for.
Oh, come back!
Wait! So Klee's treasure is a bomb?
That was epic.
No wonder Klee was rumored to be the strongest fighter in Mondstadt. Paimon, for one, is never picking a fight with her, ever. Hold on. Why has she gone and run off?
Something to do with Jean.
Seems like it. Well then, let's head to the Knights headquarters and report to Jean.
I'm not gonna tattle on her. Alright, so before we do that, let me just check this. Did we do enough to... Yes, we did. So we can stop on our way to the Knights of Pavonius.
Ad Astra. Thank you for completing.
Thank you.
What's the hurry?
Who needs stairs?
What's the hurry?
Klee? You're here too?
I turned myself in.
Huh?
My bomb. I hurt someone. I broke the rules. I'll never see the light of day again.
Klee, I need you to answer me. You said someone was injured. Where are they?
Wait, there's been a misunderstanding.
Why is that?
The person that Klee blew up was an Abyss Mage.
But Mr. Fluffball was only a thief. He didn't deserve to blow up.
Hey, come on now. Paimon already told you that the Abyss Mages are the bad guys. And actually, they're the worst kind of bad guys you can imagine. They don't just hate the good guys, they hate all people. Their enemy is humanity itself.
Mr. Fluffball was a bad guy on purpose? Mr. Fluffball is the enemy of humanity. What? I don't get it.
This was an oversight on my part. I did not tell you these things before because you are still young. In fact, the Abyss Order is a hostile force in Mondstadt, which has been unusually active lately.
Because of Mondstadt's most powerful treasure?
Aha! That's it! Paimon understands now. They were tracking down poor Klee because they heard rumors about her treasure. Just like the way Paimon's first reaction was to try and get her hands on... to try and get the facts on the treasure.
Good recovery.
So, does that mean?
In light of your contribution on this matter, I will allow you to take part in the next Ludi Harpastum.
Ludi Harpastum? Whoa!
I'm so happy for you.
Mr. Honorary Knight, you've gotta come too.
Whoop-de-doo! It's a happy ending!
Why are you so sarcastic?
Except what?
Klee, where did you hide the treasure to begin with?
I
Were you trying to blow up the fish in Starfell Lake again?
I wasn't! I swear I wasn't!
She's giving us that look that means play along.
Uh-oh, Jean noticed it too.
Klee?
I'll see myself to solitary confinement.
Paimon bets Klee must get Guess who?
That's Paimon's voice I hear.
Need help busting out of this joint?
Ooh, yes, please. Wait, no, I can't. Klee needs to be a good girl and think about what she did. Stop tempting me. Anyway, while I'm grounded, I'm making an extra special new treasure, the Ludi Harpastum version.
When you say treasure,
I made it into the shape of a harpastum and everything. It'll look so cute.
So, another bomb?
Just wait for Ludi Harpastum. Oh yeah, they're gonna love it.
yeesh, if Jane was listening to this, Klee might find herself grounded for an awful lot longer.
And that's Klee. I love her. Nice. BP 43. We got some much needed Mora. Thank you. Now this one should actually net the special guest.
Hello. May the Animo Archon.
Alright, so now I can actually use 2 keys. So we can do... Who do we want to do? Oh, wow. Just doing Klee has actually unlocked a lot. Wow. But we'll stick with Mondstadt. You know what? Let's do Venti. We'll unlock Venti and we'll unlock Mona's. And why don't we see what the Tone Deaf Bard is up to? I appreciate the early story quests like this, because as you saw, Klee's wasn't very long. And if I remember right, all the Mondstadt ones were fairly quick. But they're a good source of Primo Gems, Heroes Wits, all your precious resources.
Hey, look over there! She's all by herself, right? Because she's acting as if she's talking and laughing with somebody else. Paimon's creeped out.
I had a imaginary friend too when I was a kid.
What? You mean you used to act like that too? So is this an invisible friend who hangs out with you sometimes? Or do they just exist in your imagination?
In your imagination means imaginary.
Imagination? Imaginary. Oh, you must mean imagined friend, right? Why didn't you just say so?
I did.
So, this imaginary friend of yours, when does Paimon get to meet them?
They're invisible now.
Seriously? So, imaginary friends just disappear when you grow up?
Tragically, yes.
Oh, Paimon was looking forward to meeting yours. Hey, don't suppose your sister has an imaginary friend too?
Sure they do.
No way! You guys are so lucky! Because they have this game in Liyue. Have you heard of it? It's a 4-player game, but it seems you guys could play it with just the 2 of you.
Oh, Traveler. Fancy meeting you here.
Tone Deaf Bard. What are you doing here?
I'm here because Lisa has been making some exciting new contraptions.
Why does the thought of Lisa's contraptions make Paimon so nervous?
Come now, that's no way to speak about the elegant Miss Lisa. For this particular contraption, Lisa had to import some dangerous materials from Sumeru.
Dangerous?
A monocle equipped with some sort of detector? The Dragon Radar?
That's right. Looks like a monocle, but actually it's called a Nernama detector. Sadly, Lisa isn't able to use it herself, so I'm borrowing it for a while. And also, I'm testing it out for her to see if it actually works.
Huh? Why can't Lisa use it?
Perhaps it's because she lacks a certain childlike sense of wonder. Or maybe there's some other reason for it. If you want to know for sure, just ask her yourself sometime.
So, you can see them? Go on, tell us. What does his imaginary friend look like?
That would be telling. Anyway, it's all yours now, Traveler. Take a look. See if you can see Nora's imaginary friend.
Do you see him? Do you see him?
Yeah, seems like they're best friends.
Huh, so it does work for you two.
Paimon wants to see? Wait, but this gizmo isn't in Paimon's size. Alright then, you'll just have to be Paimon's eyes on the ground. Let's go see what everyone's imaginary friends look like. Flora from the flower shop always seems kinda floaty-headed. You know, Paimon bets she has an imaginary friend.
Okay, I think you're misunderstanding, Paimon. Just because you're quote-unquote floaty doesn't mean you have an imaginary friend. And why did you call her floaty? And around the corner we go.
There it is! Behold, a floaty imaginary friend for floaty-headed Flora! A bloaty floaty!
Wait, imaginary friends can be plants now?
They can be whatever they want.
Hi, Traveler. Hi, Bard.
Hi, Flora. Can I ask you a question?
Sure. How can I help?
Who's your friend?
Oh, you mean Mr. Floaty? Most people can't see him. Mr. Floaty is my bestest friend. We grew up together.
No fair. Paimon hates feeling left out.
Flora, why exactly are you friends with a bloaty floaty?
What's wrong with it? I always wanted to be friends with a plant who could fly.
Friends with a flying plant? Why?
Because then when it's windy, you and your friend can fly off into the sky together. You gotta admit that's pretty cool.
Isn't that called being blown away?
That's what some people like to call it. I only found out this plant existed from an explorer who told me stories of his adventures. I think his name was Stanley.
Oh, I know Stanley.
Stanley's an adventurer. And you can tell he's an expert at it from the stories he tells. The amazing adventures of Stanley are super famous in Mondstadt. He's in the city at the moment. You should go ask him to tell you some of his stories.
That sounds like a fun idea for next time. But right now we have other things to attend to.
Flora's a pretty mysterious kid.
Why do you
Which
say
child
that?
shall we interrogate next?
Interrogate.
Paimon's thinking. Oh, how about that little guy on the bridge?
That's right, let's terrorize his birds. Bird!
Dodge this.
Oh no. Hello, hello!
No way!
Well, that is unexpected.
Timmy's imaginary friend is a ruin guard?
Am I seeing things?
Paimon's freaking out right now. That thing is sure to attack us.
What say you we postpone our conversation with Timmy for the time being?
I'm on. It's time to say the line.
Huh? Paimon has a favorite line?
The one about exploring the area ahead of us later.
Seriously? Oh, alright then.
Say the line,
We'll
Bard.
explore the area ahead of us later. Children are more open-minded. kinds of imaginary friends?
Fitting, isn't it? That the City of Freedom should be home to children with such boundless powers of imagination.
What about adults' imaginations? Let's ask some adults at the tavern. Gosh.
I mean, they can be pretty imaginative when they're drunk.
The thing about wine is, you have to drink it at the tavern, or you miss out on half the fun.
Seems to me you'd find some way of keeping yourself amused even if you drank alone.
If I didn't know any better, I would say you're being deliberately uncivil.
Just drink responsibly on my premises, okay?
Oh, and if I did have one too many, what then? You'd throw me out along with the trash, is that it?
Throw you out?
You know, the same way you threw out Father's legacy. You sold off his mansion, or maybe you've forgotten.
I see no reason to cling to things that have outlived their purpose.
Is that so? Then I trust you were most swift indeed to part with a certain vase?
Sorry, I have no recollection.
That's odd. Master Diluc, I'm sure I saw such a vase in your home. A beautiful one, unmistakable in fact.
Seems our suspicions were right. Grown-ups don't appear to have imaginary friends.
Like I said, a lack of childlike wonder.
Seems it's also the same everywhere.
So people just stop dreaming when they grow up? Okay, well, Paimon for one never wants to grow up.
This raises an interesting question. At what age exactly do people's imaginary friends disappear? Let's go and check.
Okay.
How about Ellen? Someone of her age surely must have some imagination left, don't you think?
Uh-oh. Somehow Paimon finds the idea of not being able to see Ellen's imaginary friend kinda scary.
So I'll have to check my main, since I do have Diluc in his profile stuff. Kaya says he sold off the mansion, but doesn't he live there at the winery? Unless there's another
Seems all the
mansion
other
that he
knights
has?
already have their hands full.
Hi, Diluc.
So, let me get this straight. You have a device with which you were trying to see if I have an imaginary friend?
Uh-huh.
You're wasting your time. And to be clear, 15 years earlier, you still would have been wasting your time.
Hi, me.
Imaginary friends. Wow. What a fascinating thing to investigate. I would love to join you, really, but I'm already several drinks in.
You're a very calm drunk. Where is Ellen? Oh, she's up here. Oh, it's this person. Okay. I don't want to wreck your training, dummy.
Jean? What is Jean doing here? Is Master Jean Ellen's imaginary friend?
Ellen's really determined to become a knight.
Yeah, she's so conscientious. It's terrifying.
Oh, hello. What are you guys doing?
Are you always training here?
You bet. Today, I heard Stanley talking about his adventures. It was incredible. It got me really pumped up. I hope I can be as outstanding as him one day.
So that you can fight shoulder to shoulder with Master Jean?
I mean, obviously I want to become a knight. And if I got to go on an adventure with Jean herself, well, even better.
Seems Ellen really looks up to Jean.
I believe you'll succeed, Ellen. May you lose your 50-50.
Thanks! thinking, it's not every day I get to hang out with the honorary knight. Would you join me for some sword training? Huh. How can I smash all these training dummies at once?
That's actually kind of funny that that's part of the,
Don't get frostbite.
Huh. So that's how to do it.
Not
I'm
quite.
impressed.
Shouldn't be. I didn't do it at once.
Oh, thank you. It's clear I still have a long way to go in my training.
So modest. I, for one, think you're quite the pro at this already.
Well, I'm exhausted from training, so clearly my fitness needs some work. One day, though, I'll smash all the training dummies in Mondstadt.
Ellen, she's our girl. If she can't do it, Hilly Churl.
Thanks. Shoot, I got so caught up here I forgot there's something I was supposed to do today.
I just realized this whole time when I've been playing, either on my main or this account, when I've had her for a commission or whatever, I'm like, man, that design looks kind of familiar. Why? It reminds me of the Hume outfit and stuff in 11. Specifically, my old look, because she has the ponytail and everything. Huh. Blast from the past.
Ugh, but I'm so sore from training. I can hardly move. Honorary Knight, could you deliver a message to Jack for me?
Who's Jack?
He's a friend of mine. Recently started as an adventurer. We were gonna meet up tonight and discuss adventure plans. Could you let him know it'll have to be another day? If I'm not mistaken, you should find him at the Temple of the Lion. He's adventuring with Stanley today. Stanley's a truly legendary adventurer, renowned in all of Mondstadt. He once set foot in the Mare Javari.
Temple of the Lion. Sure. I missed that place.
Great. Thank you so much.
Okay, well, her arms remind me of the Makotes. Ooh, 43. And this means we just go talk to Catherine really quick.
Ad Astra Abyssal.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, we got our first piece of, I believe it's Noblesse. Alright, what do we get? Okay, well, we can just throw that on Eula. Alright. Here, Eula, you have a small upgrade. Yours was 0 anyway. Here you go. You have a 5-star artifact before Kaya.
What's the hurry?
Bird. Aww. Yoink. Can't leave you out too. Temple of the Lion. Alright, 68. Did I do everything here? Yes. Just to make sure. Great for Stanley.
The Temple of the Lion? We explored this place once before, didn't we? During the Storm Terror incident. Seems like it's now a hot spot for adventurers. That can only mean one thing. We didn't bag all the loot last time!
No, I'm pretty sure we did. Alright, Venti. You should have Elegy at the end, yep. Love the look of that bow. Yes, that's the only time you're going to hear me say I like the look of something that's a bow, because bows have plagued this account. And noblesse.
Looks like we can't go any further.
Not to worry, allow me. Those who wander in the dust, the wind shall send soaring sky high.
Ah, Venti, the cheater.
Yahoo!
Anything else? Nothing. Not even a potato. Where's my potato?
Here we go. Wouldn't gliding be faster? Brace yourself. No, my sword.
Cool it.
Oh. Totally looked like you wanted to face through the wall.
What's the hurry?
Still one-shot barrels, though. I'm so strong.
Dodge this.
Booba, get them! Shake it and stir it.
Yahoo! Wouldn't gliding be faster? Let's play.
Nice and spicy.
Get him, Boba. Alright, looks like you really want me to do this. So.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
As long as you can swirl something. His burst is very, very strong. It's good grouping, too. Alright, honey, I'll see you when you get home. Chicken and stuffing for dinner.
Hey, are those guys?
Here we go. Yeah, time for takeoff. Huh?
Really? This is actually causing it so that you don't get caught in that?
Nice and spicy.
You know what? We're just gonna do this.
Cool it.
Rain outlines your fate. Body and mind.
Echoes, echoes, echoes. And blanc. Cabbage. Alright, Jack and Stanley.
I was so sure I was about to die.
To be fair, that could have gone either way. So, you must be Jack the Adventurer, I assume?
Yes. Who are you?
Actually, we came looking for you.
Ellen has a message for you. She said she won't be able to join you today to plan out your next adventure together. She'll join you some other time.
Oh, I see. I feel bad you had to come all this way to find me, and then had to rescue me.
Huh? I don't see what all the fuss is about. It was nothing that I, Stanley, couldn't have dealt with by myself.
Whoa! You are Stanley? You are that legendary adventurer? Renowned in all of Mondstadt? Who once set foot in the Mare Jafari?
The very same.
I must say, it's an honor to meet one as legendary as yourself. Well then, how would everyone like to proceed? Head back or head further inside?
Stanley, what do you think?
Well, I think you're now in the safe hands of Stanley, the great explorer and legend of Mondstadt. In which case, why head back now?
Okay, motion passed by unanimous consent. Let's head further in.
So, I'm guessing you mostly came here because you want to hear my adventure stories. Am I right?
No, we really were just looking for Jack.
What? Do you know who I am? I am Stanley, renowned adventurer of Mondstadt.
Yeah, I think we got that.
Well, your attitude says maybe you don't got that. I am Stanley, the living legend. Stanley who braved the Mandravari.
Enough already! Ugh, stop name-dropping yourself every time you open your mouth!
It's true, though. Stanley is the most amazing guy.
Well, Jack will listen, won't you? Now, where was I?
You and your partner reached the Merjavari, a famously terrifying place with not a wisp of wind.
Precisely! There was a deathly silence in the air. A sea of ashes stretched out before us, as far as the eye could see. The Merjavari. Suddenly, my partner was caught in a whirlpool whipped up by an evil beast. Luckily, I managed to grab hold of him just in time.
Wow! So, did he make it?
Sadly, in the end, I alone was able to set foot on home ground once more, where the gentle breeze carried away the tears welling up in my eyes.
That poor guy. How could that happen?
Jack, you can't cry so easily if you want to be a great adventurer.
I forgot how much this talks.
I know. Because an adventurer's proudest achievement is to die in the course of their final adventure. But whatever happens, no adventurer should ever die in a place where the wind doesn't blow. The wind has to bring your spirit back to Mondstadt.
That's right. To die in a place where the wind blows, and to have your spirit carried back to Mondstadt on the wind, that's the dream.
Yeah. Although, the most I can aspire to right now is beginner's commissions, like clearing out the slimes clogging up the sewers.
You shouldn't die in a place with no wind. Why do they keep going on about that? Is that why Stanley thinks the Merjavari is the most terrifying place in the world? Because there's no wind there?
Well, that was a lot of yapping.
Dodge this.
That was an exploding barrel. But Diona's shield, man. That soaked it. Soaked it like a pro. Oh no, we got one more thing over here. Potato! Give me my potatoes! We are seriously lacking in potato. Oh, we need Venti.
Yahoo! Wouldn't gliding be faster? Time for takeoff. Let's play!
Witness the power of Gugwa. Know my sword.
Think you can bully me? Akuma, get them!
Traveler, I believe I've made a small discovery. Could I ask you to use the Nernama detector once more?
What? Stanley has an imaginary friend?
It seems his imaginary friend is a seasoned warrior, covered in scars from head to foot, and a look of staunch determination on his face.
It fits Stanley's description of himself.
You're saying his imaginary friend is an idealized version of his own self?
Why not?
Interesting idea. But is it true?
Please excuse me. I'll be leaving now.
Bye, Stanley. Do you two still have time to spare?
What is it?
A few days ago, Stanley got drunk and told me a secret. Something he's never told anyone before. The weapons he took on his adventure all those years ago, they were none other than those once wielded by Mondstadt's greatest hero, Vanessa herself. The sword of brilliant valor and the shield of magnificent honor. I don't know whether you believe me, but apparently, both the sword and shield are still right here in Mondstadt, over in Dadaupa Gorge. Since you guys are the experts at this, can you come with me to try and retrieve these two legendary weapons?
Stanley seriously owned these weapons?
You bet! This is Stanley we're talking about. If I can just get a hold of something impressive enough to show my family what I'm capable of, maybe they'll finally come around to the idea of me being an adventurer. Right now, I'm just a rookie. My abilities are limited, and my parents don't support my goals one bit. So, what do you say? Help a guy out? I can't bring myself to tell Stanley about it, because my reasons are so, selfish. But I swear I'll give the weapons back to him as soon as I'm done.
Aw, poor Jack. Let's help him out.
Alright then.
Venti, you coming too?
I don't know.
Oh, one other thing. I have a bottle of rare vintage wine that I had someone fetch for me a couple years ago. Help me find these weapons, and it's all yours.
Dadaupa Gorge, was it? Let's hurry. There's no time to lose.
Venti's an alcoholic. Yes, yes he is. Up we go. Crunch, crunch, crunch. I should probably whack the trees while I'm over here. Because we need these for the teapot. I did miss a tree. Oh, I already hit that one. Okay. Kai's just taking out his anger.
Freeze!
Nice and spicy. Shaken and stirred.
Cool it!
Okay, any more slime? No? Okay. Wait. No, I think that's something else. It looked like there was something on my map. I was like, wait, did I find an Oculus? I'm only missing like 5 for Mondstadt. I need to look up where those are. Okay, Xingqiu's movements are a little bit easier to control. And Kaya's on the tree. Couple more trees, then we'll continue on. There we go, over here. don't think I ever noticed the hilly trolls with the boars over there. Bird. Bird was just chilling.
Rain outlines your fate.
Where'd you go? There you are.
Freeze!
Gooba, get them!
Okay. I don't exactly remember where this stuff is. So we'll get some materials. Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing. Just farming materials, nothing more.
Dodge this!
Not causing mass murder or anything. No, not at all.
Nice and spicy.
Well, we got one of the higher arrowheads. That's cool. Oh, there we go.
Hey, that bunch of hill churls. Are they holding some kind of ceremony? And what's with that pile of knickknacks? Are they worshipping them?
Seems so. That must be the Sword of Brilliant Valor, surely.
Rain cutter.
Hey,
Beautiful.
Lo and behold, the Sword of Brilliant Valor.
Are you sure? Looks kind of basic to Paimon, and a little worse for wear, too. Why would hilly trolls be bowing down before a piece of junk like this?
Seems somebody tossed an old sword into a pile of spoils these hilly trolls were already celebrating.
This is in terrible shape, and it's so basic, I'm at a loss for words.
Say, Jack, have you ever seen an Animo crystal fly? They're found in the open country around Mondstadt City. If you saw one in broad daylight, you wouldn't bat an eyelid. But in the pitch blackness of night, its brilliant glow is mesmerizing. It truly resembles an exquisite crystal dancing in the night air. Is valor not the same? When everything is going your way, it seems meaningless, fades into the background. But when you're in dire straits, valor is the thing that gets you fired up and fighting back. It's the brilliant ray of light that guides you out from the darkness.
Excellent recovery.
You're right. You're right. Then this has to be it. This is the Sword of Brilliant Valor.
So, we got our sword. Now we just need that shield. Let's scout around. It's definitely in Dadaupa Gorge, so... Huh?
There's somebody there.
Stanley? What's he doing here?
He's acting so weird.
What happened? Why did you stop all of a sudden?
Huh? Oh, it's nothing. Just one of those Mora spouting weasel thieves passed by is all.
What? Where? I want to see.
Maybe another time. We have a shield to find, remember?
All right.
Freeze!
Okay, apparently I couldn't plunge. And we climbing. Should be fine to get up. It's just chilling with a squirrel.
Lo and behold, the shield of magnificent honor.
Liar, liar, pants on fire. It's a chunk of wood. A chunk of scrap wood with the handle attached. Who in their right mind would use this as a shield?
There's also wine stains on it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was just taken from a wine barrel.
And yet, my bard's intuition tells me that this is none other than the shield of magnificent honor. Warriors wear their battle scars with pride, and shields are no different. Surely an intact shield is one that has shied away from the battlefield. Is not the broken and splintered shield the one that has fought in countless wars and lived to tell the tale? Though the soldier's body be tired and torn, still they fight till the very end, till they have no blood left to bleed. Such magnificent strength of will. Is that not the true meaning of honor?
I agree with Venti.
You do have a point. Shiny new shields don't stay new and shiny for long. Okay then. Well, maybe if we ask nicely, he'll just let us take the shield of magnificent honor for free. Ahem. Excuse me, Mr. Hilly Churro? Well, okay. You take it from here. Hope you've picked up some Hilly Churlian by now. If not, there's always body language.
In plata dada.
Seems cheerful enough. Maybe negotiating will work after all.
Kucha pupu gushaye. Oh no, I made him mad.
Uh-oh. He did not seem to appreciate that.
Alright, we'll do the first one. I think I did all the Hilly Churl language last time. Venti, sing song. Give you shield, okay?
Well, if you insist, a tune I shall strum.
Oh, he liked that.
Seems cheerful enough. Maybe negotiating will work after all. Oh, yeah! He actually gave us the shield!
Guys, thank you so much. I can't believe I actually found them. Mom, Dad, check out the legendary weapons I found.
Hey, wait! The wine, you promised! And I actually helped a lot this time. What are you doing here, Stanley? Out for a stroll?
Hey, what are you doing here, Bard? Fancy that, huh? You, out for a stroll too?
That's right. An after dinner stroll to be precise. We were also helping a friend look for something.
Paimon's starting to think Stanley might be a fraud.
He's definitely a fraud. No question.
Did Stanley plant the sword and shield here in advance so as to not hurt Jack's feelings?
Adventurers must be pretty familiar with Dada Upa Gorge. You've fought battles here before, after all.
You better believe it. I can navigate this whole area with my eyes closed.
Wow. Then I admire your perseverance. And your memory, too.
It's only to be expected of a great adventurer like me. You guys had better watch out, though. This place is crawling with hilichurros. I'll get back to my, stroll now. Goodbye.
Guilty conscience much?
Well, he shouldn't have gotten so carried away bragging to Jack, should he? Although, on further reflection, I must say I'm intrigued. Someone who can't let go of the past and gives up on the present instead. I wonder, if such a person was forced to take their first step towards the future, which way would they go?
What are you talking about?
I'm just musing to myself. Anyway, I propose we take a trip to Angel's Share tonight.
He just wants his wine. Head to Angel's Share. Oh, it's fastest way, probably this way. Ha! Didn't give me that time, sign.
Tell me, Stanley. Tell me, what should I do?
Huh? Why does he keep repeating his own name?
There's another Stanley.
Surely not. Even I've never heard tell of a second Stanley.
Oh, Stanley. It should have been me. I should have been the one to die in the Meljabari that day. Why won't your spirit come and stop me from using your name? Why, Stanley? Why? If only you hadn't had to save a rookie like me, you would have never died in that windless corner of the world. You were a renowned adventurer, destined to become a legend one day. But now, that'll never happen because your life was cut short, and all because of a worthless tag-along.
Does anyone get what's going on here?
I think our friend really did make it to the Mare Javari. And I think the tragedy he encountered there was real too. But the real adventurer, the real Stanley, that was his partner, not him. The real Stanley is the one who died to save our Stanley.
Wait, so the only reason our Stanley is called Stanley in the first place is because he stole the other Stanley's name?
I fear that may be the case.
Stanley, for so many years I've lived in fear. Fear that Mondstadt will forget all about you. So I tell you adventure stories at every opportunity. Mondstadt must remember. Stanley reached the center of the Mare Javari. He's the greatest adventurer there ever was, and he lives on. Stanley will never die, because I am Stanley. I am Stanley. I'm sorry, Stanley. I'm getting too old. Now, are you guys planning on eavesdropping much longer?
Hi, Mon, you gave us away.
Yikes! We're busted!
I just noticed Diluc standing over here. Can I talk to Diluc?
You know, I'm glad I actually had the chance to come down here today. The tavern isn't overcrowded, and I couldn't be in a better mood.
Go away. Save your questions. And just leave me in peace.
But...
Leave now. Don't make me tell you again.
Honorary Knight, Venti, and Paimon. I'm so glad you guys are here. I've been looking for you everywhere. I wanted to thank you again for helping me find the sword and shield. My parents are finally supporting me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really. They even said they're gonna pay for someone to fix up the Sword of Brilliant Valor and Shield of Magnificent Honor for me, so I can take them out on the road.
That's wonderful! So, Jack, is this the part where you bid farewell to Mondstadt and set off on your intrepid trip traversing Teyvat?
No, not yet. I still don't have what it takes to go too far from home just yet. Besides, I'm sure Stanley still has a few stories left to tell. They're what inspired me to become an adventurer in the first place. Stanley, Oh, you're drunk again. We'll see you tomorrow then. After your hangover wears off. Maybe you can tell me some more of your stories?
Stanley's really fond of that kid, don't you think?
Jack.
Jack left.
Oh, I see. Well, thank you for not telling him about my secret.
Huh? All of a sudden you're facing the facts? That isn't like you.
Just now, I couldn't bear to look at him. His adventurous spirit is so pure, unblemished. I'm just a weary old feckless fraud. But that kid is a brand new shining star, full of potential. I cannot allow his dreams to be crushed.
You're not a total fraud. Stanley's adventure stories and experiences, they're all true, aren't they?
Stories? Experiences? What's the point of them anymore? To be honest, my memories of adventuring and of Stanley, they're hazy these days. That's my biggest secret of all, and my biggest fear. All these years, I've been living to tell his story. But his personality and the details of his life, I don't remember them clearly anymore. But the one thing I can never forget is that he died in a windless land, where his spirit can never be recovered.
His whole life, he's been drowning in guilt.
Exactly. Even in his memory, the real Stanley isn't the living, breathing friend he knew at all. Instead, he's become fixed on the image of him as that battle-scarred warrior. And that image has held him captive his entire life.
I'm too old. I never let go. But still, so much has slipped away. I'm completely and utterly worthless. No adventurer should have to go that way. No adventurer ever.
Hans Archibald.
My true name? How did you know? The wind. I can hear the wind blowing in the Mare Javari. I always believed you existed.
Will you hand me your old friend's spirit?
I can't believe it. Thank you all. And thank you, Lord Barbados. I'm sorry. It's gonna take me some time to calm back down. But I think that I'm gonna be okay.
Ah, wonderful! Stanley reconnected with his true self and Jack can finally go his own way. This calls for a celebration. And by celebration, I do, of course, mean libation.
And by libation, you mean you're not leaving this tavern till you're too drunk to walk, right?
No, the wine here's too expensive. Jack still owes me some wine, though. He promised me a rare vintage in exchange for helping him out, remember? I'll head off to fetch the wine. See you shortly. Let's meet at the usual place.
Huh? Where's that supposed to be? Why has Paimon never heard of it? Hey, Tone Deaf Bard!
Okay, see you there.
Oh, hey!
Head to the usual place. I actually really liked Venti's storyline. He might just be after one thing, but he shows he cares when it's necessary. Lord Barbados. Okay. Climb up this way. Kaya, what are you doing? Y'all saw it. Go around this way. Okay, we can't go around in that way. It has to be in the middle. Okay. There we go.
You made it. Finally.
Well,
Just
I fell a couple
tell us
times.
where you mean next time, okay? We looked everywhere.
No, we didn't.
So, did you at least manage to find your wine?
Yep. Well, sort of. Jack made it out to be a rare collector's edition vintage. When actually it's just a half bottle of regular cider. This takes me back. The first time I saw this view, I hadn't even taken on this form yet.
What?
It was about 2,600 years ago, before the world had come under the rule of the Seven. At that time, old Mondstadt was ruled by a tyrant, who sealed off the city's perimeter with a ferocious hurricane. Even the birds couldn't get in or out.
Old Mondstadt? Oh, Paimon remembers! Nowadays it's known as Storm Terror's lair, right? You mentioned it before.
That's right. The Tyrant of the Winds who once ruled from that tower was Decarabian, god of storms. Back then, I was but a wisp among the 1,000 winds. I wasn't a god of anything. I didn't even have a human form. I was just a tiny elemental being who lived in the wind, a gentle breeze bringing subtle changes for the better, or tiny seeds of hope.
A tiny elemental being? Without a human form? Venti, do you mean you used to look different than you do now?
Yep. My current form is not so different from the situation with fake Stanley. I took the form of a friend. In old Mondstadt transpired the story to be told. Where a tyrant ruled, I met a boy not that old. The lyre he played, and for a song he sought. But storm walls blocked blue sky. He was sincerely distraught. I do so wish to see the birds in flight, said he, his strong eyes filling with light. But his voice was lost in the howling wind's churn, for the whirlwind takes and gives not in return. The true sky and songs that cageless soar, were they not wishes worth fighting for? So the boy turned, extending his hand. Let us cast down the tyrant and his walls from this land. The young boy raised then the flag of revolt, and I threw myself into freedom's tumult. Victorious were we who fought to be free. Gods fell, winds whipped, nations shook violently. In the smoke, a despot met his doom. And we watched as his great tower fell none too soon. Mondstadt began anew, the story passed down, and since then never has another worn its crown.
So then what? What happened to your friend?
Same situation as Stanley's friend.
Say, Paimon, do you wish to hear the next part of the story?
Yes, of course. The suspense is killing, Paimon.
Paimon, go pick us a couple apples.
Now's the time you suddenly get a craving for apples? Really?
You're always hungry.
Getting a little peckish or something.
Oh, so peckish.
Paimon's had it up to here with you.
You always want food.
You know, you're so smart it almost makes me uncomfortable sometimes. But then, maybe it's right that true friends can tell what the other is thinking. A refreshing drink, a gentle breeze. Moments like this always take me back. Back to a song that I first heard from him.
I'm listening.
Fly, fly away. Like a bird in the sky. See the world on my behalf. To the heavens may you fly.
The green-clad figure is uncharacteristically silent. Yeah, I actually really liked Venti's storyline, learning about that he was a little elemental sprite before becoming Lord Barbados. All right, what does that bring us to in terms of wishes? I'm just kind of curious. Let's convert. 1. Yeah. All right, so that brings us to 7, 8 if we use Star Glitter. Yep, this is going to take a bit. All right, let's go and do some little fighting before we end stream. Like I said, Zhangling will be first to do the ascension to 80. Minus the Traveler. Traveler technically can be first. I just need to get the masks from the Hilly Churls, which Xingqiu will need as well. But as I mentioned, our team is more suited to deal with Pyros, so this will actually go down pretty quick. And then with her being level 80 or 75, wherever I stop her, should be helpful against the Cryo Registine and the Oceanid.
Freeze!
Rain outlines your fate.
Look at you, Boomtail.
Let me weave you a verse.
This moment will be frozen in time. Cool it.
Think you can bully me?
Dodge this.
No, my sword.
I could do this, but she's not gonna.
Freeze.
Oh, I forgot what this is.
So sorry. What's the...
Ow.
Shake it and stir it.
Rain outlines your fate. Rain cutter.
Think you can bully me? Can't handle your drink.
Dodge this.
Okay, almost 2 cycle. That's not bad. Not bad at all. And then we got a 2. I can't say for certain. I don't know if this is now guaranteed 2 and we're looking for the rare 3 drop at this point, or if it's still going to give me 1 on normal. Defense. Yep. Okay. Now we just wait for a respawn. And we need 12, I think, to ascend, right? Yeah, so on average, if we do get 2, we need to fight it 6 times. So this is where I think we're going to have to start using our fragile resin. I have, what, 32? 46. I think I'm good to actually use some fragile resin to at least level the characters. I did use some yesterday. I used 4 to get the, what the heck's it called? The talents for Lynette. So I probably will end up doing that instead of just hoarding them all for artifact runs. This way we can ensure that our characters will be at least ascended, and have no issue getting to level 80. Oh, you know what? Let's go find a Shrine of the Depths. I forgot I didn't open that. Adventure! Alright, where did I mark one? Or did I open all my marked ones? Oh, I did not. There's one over here. Teleport. Thank you. I did take a quick look at a
such a slacker.
interactive map. I didn't get all of them, but I did pick out a few just so we could open some stuff. There's a chest over there too. So why don't we go get that after we open this? Bronk. And we can get rid of this.
Quite the find.
It looks like we got some new 4 stars. That's good. Alright, we'll see if we can open this. I think it's just a samurai that's right there. Or is it hilly turtles? They're hilly turtles, or bobble turtles. The big guys. Okay, Kaya, don't land on that. Nah, I got hit by it anyway.
Don't get frostbite. Freeze.
No, my sword.
Pretty sure I hit you.
Outlines your fate.
Alright, still not too bad. Clunk.
How fortunate.
Nice. Oh, where did I mark that? Alright, that should be this dude, right? Yes. Huh, were these guys not here when I originally came over here? I'll have to go back and look at the VOD. Because I'm pretty sure I would have actually gotten that chest.
Freeze.
Nice and spicy.
Good shot, Diana.
No, my sword.
Dodge this.
Get them.
I hate shields so much. Quoba! Quoba, finish what you started! I do like getting more drops now. That's actually going to help out a lot.
Treasure hunting. A valiant endeavor.
Alright, let's see if we can find some of those shells. I can't remember which blueprint is from this. Alright, there's one. We already had one, right? Where you be? Where do you be? Don't think it's in here. Serious conch, where are you? Oh, yep, they're right here. So we have 2, so we just need one more. And like a silly buns, I didn't do this yesterday. Of course, I'm not seeing any of the stuff on the ground. No.
Freeze.
Rain outlines your
You know what? Let's do
Let
this.
me weave you a verse.
Nice and spicy. You're toast.
Dodge this.
Think you can bully me?
Cool it.
There we go. Yeah, give me those drops. Okay, that's a smacky puzzle. We can do that later. Alright, fighting challenge. Ow.
Frostbite.
Shaken and stirred. Diana, special.
No, my sword. Ring cutter.
I'm gonna get rid of you first.
Boba, get them.
Freeze. Oh, so sorry. Dodge this.
Rain outlines your fate.
Looks like I went too far.
Oh, there she is.
Freeze.
Getting a little bit of like a lag, not being able to switch.
Dodge this.
Ow.
No, my sword. Sketch.
Well, we did it.
Potential treasure. All right, curiosity. You win again.
Okay, there's one here. Alright, there's our conch. Oh, well, that just took off now, didn't it? No, it didn't. Okay. You stay there, Mr. Sealy. I don't feel like chasing you today. We want to get these, stock them up for whenever we get Kazuha. No! It's freaking abyss mages. Alright, come here.
Freeze.
Rain outlines your fate.
Nice and spicy. Shaken and stirred.
Your thing is broken. We need to kill you first.
Freeze.
Don't even think about it. And he just reset. Why? What? What? You were standing here this whole time! Alright, whatever. You live today. I want to open a chest. And we'll do the same thing we did last time. Close my eyes, spin around in a circle, and this one over here.
Quite the find.
A bag of flower seeds. What flower seeds? What are these? A bag of flower seeds. Question is, where to plant them? Wait, was this part of a quest for the teapot? I just want to open these. Can't interact with object. Oh, shame. Oh, let's go fight the Registine one more time. It would help if I remember how to use a map. Lua. Nope. You can follow me if you want. I'll kill you in here.
What's the hurry?
I'll have to kill you eventually. Because Lynette needs those. And presumably, Farina, if we can get her. I will pull for Farina.
Cool it. Don't get frostbite.
Look at you, Boozy.
No, my sword. Let me weave you a verse.
Tiny chaos.
Cool it. Don't get frostbite.
No, my sword.
Beautiful. Oh, we got 3. So yeah, I think we're at the point where we're going to steadily get 2. So that's going to help out a lot. Okay, not bad. Has crit rate in it. Okay, so we can't do this yet. That's the Archon quest. The unexpected guest. Situation down in the chasm. That we have to do the chasm quest, I think, before we can do that. And this is definitely going to be one of the quests that I do for a longer stream, just so people know. Because I don't really want to break the immersion of this story, and it's going to happen again in Sumeru, actually. One of the parts of the Archon quest, it seems kind of wrong to stop it in the middle. So I will plan out to do streams a little bit longer. I had mentioned this, I think, on my social media stuff, that I do kind of want to extend streams to go until about 4 in the next couple weeks. I'm still trying to figure out some YouTube-ish kind of stuff. I have the equipment. All my equipment should be here. My capture card should have just come in yesterday, and I forgot to go grab it. But testing stuff, doing a few art-related things, and then trying to be all simpatico with how I want to do stuff. Okay, I think. Do we want to do this tomorrow? Because that's Dainsleif. This is Dainsleif. So we could do the interlude for that, which does take us into the chasm. So we could kind of do the chasm quest alongside this one. And there's also the Jade Chamber. If you remember, we destroyed the Jade Chamber, so now we're going to rebuild it. So I think we'll do that, and then maybe a little bit of Mona's, do a Mona's quest that we unlock.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
What?
Huh? All will be revealed in the next volume?
Ugh.
Oh, drat.
I mean, I think all of us feel Xingqiu with some kind of media at that point. All right, but I think that's where we're going to call stream. As I mentioned, I didn't think we were going to get a 10 pull or anything like that, especially on the standard banner. Now is going to be a little bit of a slog to get those kind of wishes, but we should have a 10 pull possibly next stream, depending on how many primos I can grind out. But for now, I am going to, like I said, use the fragile resin. We're going to ascend our characters at the very least, and then slowly level them and get ready for when we hit AR 45, which honestly shouldn't take too long if I go exploring and stuff. And we'll outfit our characters with their proper sets, or sets that I would like to use. I think in this setup, Xingqiu will use Emblem, since we'll have Diona on Noblesse. But I wouldn't mind trying to get a Noblesse also for Xingqiu, just in case I run him without Diona or Bennett, so that the party can get the attack up. But I don't really foresee that happening, so I don't know why I would. Unless it happens on accident. That's going to be impossible if I get a set on accident. But yeah, it's been fun. I will see you all tomorrow at lunchtime, as usual. Have a good rest of your day. Until then, take care.